Good morning, good morning. It is 8:51. I am awake. And I am learning they keep showing my segment on the live now on Fox. They just showed it again like an hour ago. Now I'm just going to like the live, like everyday like feed that they have, and I just scroll backwards to see if they've showed it. So I found it once, but they might once from scrolling back. That was about an hour and 15 minutes ago, but they might have shown it again. They have showed it twice in the last 3 hours. I cannot believe this. My segment just keeps playing. I know I have not vlogged a lot today, but honestly, that's because I am not doing much. Which is fine, but I'm just not used to it. But I did not finally finish, but I started this, but then I didn't read it at all while I was on vacation, which granted I wasn't at home for too long. And the book I was reading, Tom Felton's book, which was so good, and I've said that 14,000 times, but it really was. Anyway, I finally finished Jane Anonymous. There's a series from this author that I really enjoy, but I read one of her other books recently that was called Deadly Little Secret, and that one is also like a 5-book thing, and wasn't super into that, so I was a little nervous about this one. It wasn't bad by any means. It wasn't bad by any means. It's just, I don't know. There were certain aspects of it that I felt like it could have been a little bit shorter, especially after, and this isn't a spoiler, that she escapes. I feel like there was a lot that happened after that some of it could have been condensed down. I'm glad with how it ended, but and this is hard to say because I have never been in a situation like this character has been in, and I hope to God I am never in a situation that character is in. Sort of, this is a little bit on spoiler territory, so if you ever think you're gonna read this, just stop this clip now. It kind of delves into some Stockholm syndrome territory, but not really, because she doesn't know at the time. She doesn't know. It's very easy to guess. At least it was for me. She doesn't know that this person was actually her captor. She thought that he was lying and saying that he was someone else, and she never actually saw him. But there was one, I don't know. It's just there was one thing too that the person who did abduct her, which ended up being the same person, faked a tattoo, and that was they were oh, that's not uncommon for them to purposefully put on a fake something so that it makes them harder to find. But just I don't know. But then there were certain things about it that I felt didn't really need to be in there, or my biggest thing was that she did not understand for the longest time, even though they were telling her that's another thing too, is no one was outright telling her that the person who she thought was actually her captor. They never came right out and said that. And I know they wouldn't just want to, say it, because she's been through a whole ton. So you do have to kind of ease your way into it. But even after that, when they were pretty much saying other stuff over and over again, I'm by this point, you're confusing her more by not just saying, listen, this is what it is. This is the I don't know. I felt like there were too many chapters of where it was just skirting around that little thing, and they were oh, let's try to hint it at it again. I'm she knows, she just doesn't want to accept it. So I don't understand why you guys keep going after the same thing when you've already told her everything that's possibly there. So as I said, it wasn't bad. I personally won't be keeping it. I'm glad I read it, and I honestly think too that there's a second one in the series, which I don't really know how there could be a second one. I hope I'm mistaken about that, and it's actually another series that has it. Anyway, but since I was going to Texas, I actually have picked out the other 2 books, the next 2 books to read. So maybe I'll start reading the next one. And I'm really debating if I want to order pizza tonight, because I might. This is so crazy. So I literally just marked this book as available on paperback swap, within 10 seconds, someone must have had it on their wish list and like immediately clicked that they wanted it. I have no idea how. I refresh my email less than 10-15 seconds after posting this, someone's requested it from me. Hey, happy to pass it on. More than happy to. So needless to say, I will put that out in the mail tomorrow. Tomorrow, I've also decided I am going to go to one of my favorite bagel places in the morning and get myself some bagels. I need to stop by the post office so I can mail the Solis Boys' gift. That was not the grammatically correct way to say that sentence. You know what I mean. And then I need to stop by the bank. I need to do that too. There's also something I need to look into getting a ticket for. I need to get a ticket for something sometime coming up that I know I need to get it now, because if I don't figure it all out now, then it's gonna, like, the months pass so quickly. I swear, like, spring will be here before I know it, and I'm gonna be like, crap, it's right around the corner. I didn't really want to start, I don't know, I might start reading the other book, or like the next book, but I wanted to do something in between, and I was like, I don't really know what to do, until I remembered I do know what to do, because I have been keeping track, well, I keep track of all of my auditions, and I want to do like a quick 30-45 second compilation, volume off, no volume, of all of those auditions, and then like the status of them. So like, was it booked? Did I get a call back? Nothing, like any of that, because I feel like it's been a fairly successful year for me, at least for acting. Also too, and I haven't said it on here, oh, hang on, let me just write, not your average rom. I had to send demo reel footage to someone from Not Your Average Rom-Com the other day. So I forgot that was pulled up on iMovie last time. But I got a clip from Jealousy. I'm so thankful to our director, Cody, because the rough cut is complete, but I had asked him, I was like, is there any way at all that I can get any clip whatsoever for my demo reel? Because I mean, it would kind of be like the highlight of my demo reel, because it looks the best of everything, and I, really love playing Molly. And so he got me a clip that cannot see anywhere publicly. It is only going to be on my backstage when I submit to something, and like my Actors Access, so my agents will have it. But like publicly, nowhere. I cannot release this clip publicly anywhere, but I'm just so grateful for him that I have it. It is nearing midnight, but I actually watched a second movie that was on my list, a more recent one, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. I enjoyed it. I did suspect who it was at the beginning. Not really with any proof, but just with like a hunch, and I ended up being right, but that's fine, because I loved the whole like backstory that was shown. I was not expecting that, and I thought that was really great. So I would recommend it if it's definitely different than the first Knives Out, because it's a different cast and, a different situation and all that. But if you like mysteries, I highly enjoy it. Yeah, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to end this here. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.